Welcome back, guys. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm still trying to get over from being sick. Uh, it's been a long day. I wanted to kind of bring this to show this to y'all. These are two G scale rail cannon cars I built. I was around 16 years old when I built those two. Kind of replicas of the Civil War cannon cars. This one wasn't exact, uh, but it should have come down a little bit farther. It didn't. That's okay. I was 16 years old, and that is a cattle card that was kit bashed to be a prison card that I had built around the same time period. That was actually a replica from. I found a picture of it in the Civil War Railroad book, and it was actually burned to the ground by the Union. It was out at Alexandria. So that was something I wanted to show y'all. And of course, I have a thing for displays. Don't ask me why. But this was a display I was working on. This backdrop right here was actually all spray painted. That was all spray paint. And then there's the rail cannon car. I don't remember what the deal was with that building. The trees. This was just something I was building for fun one night. I have to apologize about the glare. I got these in an old picture book that I've kept. Again, right here you can see the spray paint for the clouds, the bushes, the trees. And this right here, I actually made strap rail to simulate some of the railroad stuff they would do back then during the Civil War, doing strap rail. So that was another interesting piece to it. I did wind up selling this display. And the person that bought it, they were actually very happy. As far as I know, they still have it. But here's some other cars over here. That Wellback tender right there, that was built by my father for my 18th birthday, because that's all I ever wanted. It was just one of those tenders, so he built it for me. The tank car I built. Here's a better front picture. All right, so y'all been hearing me talk the about Paul Kepner's around the wall layout. Now, the one piece I've been wanting to replicate. Well, I found the pictures while I was in the storage, and I was very happy. Here's a front view of it as I was rebuilding it. This was the original piece that was in a family friend's building that Dad had given it to, and I later was able to get it and rebuild it. And unfortunately, due to a water leak that happened to the roof while my dad and I were gone, and the ceiling falling, destroyed this whole piece, which was sad. The building right here I weathered. Right here. That's the original coaling tower that was on this mine piece. And those are a couple of his original HO cars that were there. And then, of course, here it is as I put the legs back on it. All of this to replicate. Get into some more further pictures of it. But yeah, you can definitely see where a lot of the grass had come off of it over the years. The church was one of his original churches. That was the actual original depot that was on another part of the layout. And so you can see there, right here, there's my Southern Pacific Daylight as I was putting it together. I was actually, when it was all said and done, it actually looked like the Southern Pacific Daylight as it came through Dallas, Texas in 1984 on its excursion train. So that was the deal behind it. Right here, you can see you got 3 tracks. These were your 2 mains where they stopped, and this was a siding over here. These are all original to Paul Kepler's around the wall layout. Those 2 are. And a lot of his original cars. And there's his little river mallet. And here it is again, this time with his original church on it. That dog was so lazy. I do miss him. And here's one of the display pieces that I built to display all the HO trains I had, including Dad's that was given to me but still had. That's actually his T1. I still have it. And right there is a better shot of the T1. I still have that locomotive. That's the last piece from Paul Kepler's round the wall layout. That is an Imperial brass T1. And that was all hand painted by my father, hand pinstriped. Everything on that locomotive was done by hand. Alright, so anyways, right here, you kind of see where I'm starting laying down the track in this picture. And all this track plan is as it was when he did it. Now the only difference is that when I came in here to the mine area, instead of just having a single track, I actually had 3 tracks back in there. I was doing some testing and stuff, but yeah, here's the spur off there. There's a spur here, one over here. And right here, you kind of see some more work I did to it. In one way, I wish this piece was still around, but unfortunately it got destroyed. Okay, here's a better shot of the track plans so far. As you can see, the 2 tracks, here's your crossover, switch came up here, switch over here. They went back in there, and then the layout for the 2 tracks over here for your coaling tower. A little bit better area. If this thing wouldn't have got destroyed, it would have still been around today. But it did, so. You live and you learn. When you think everything's fine, check your roof once a year, no matter what. But one thing I did want to point out is if you look right here, that nice edge right there. This edge right here, there was actually a gap right there on the original layout before it was torn down. And originally, he was actually going to run another train from back here and come across. And it was actually going to go to another section of his layout. That's really what I wanted to show y'all tonight. So that everybody's got to go. So my subscribers and everybody else who watches the video, you have a good idea of what this section is going to look like replicated in O-scale. There's some more of that display that I built. Multi-level display. The beautiful T1. Yeah, that brass locomotive. That one actually had a mind of its own. It would run when it wanted to. Other than that, it said, Only when you were showing it off did it ever want to run. But anyways, you have to forgive me. Some of these pictures are out of order. Here's the top section right here. I started working on with the water effect. Um, that was never actually completed out, even with Dad, because he was never too sure about that because he was going to put that extra rail line in right here. So there's the mine entrance right there. As you can see, I'm having to retweak the board. That was it. Yep, that was it. That's the Texas State Railway. I snapped that picture as it came around the bend. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this little show and tell of videos and not videos, but pictures that I've taken over the years and things I've accomplished, built, done. Uh, and maybe y'all understand why I have such a big thing for doing displays and dioramas. But this one right here is definitely the one that's coming up next after I finish up the current one I'm working on to rebuild this in O-scale. So, as always, please hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Uh, as I tell everybody, I don't ask for any support anyway. I do this for fun because I can. As always, please keep the shiny side up and the rubber down. I'll see you on the road, and hopefully I will get to feeling a whole lot better a whole lot sooner because it's really kicking my butt. As always, take it easy. I'll see y'all on the next video.